Ever since the trade deadline, this is what you expect from this Los Angeles Lakers team. Adding 6 new players, multiple ball handlers, shooters to this roster, and wings that can defend and score. This Lakers team got a whole new look and made the job a lot easier on his 2 stars. And with them being able to make the play-in with LeBron a majority of the time in that second half of the season, people question of what this Lakers team's true ceiling was going to this NBA playoff. The Memphis Grizzlies was a pretty good test for them, and they caught that young team out there completely out of whack and got them out of here, even while playing a couple subpar games in that series. And now against this Golden State Warrior team, they look overly dominant in multiple facets, grinding out games that sometimes they didn't even look like they should win. So, just what the ceiling is for this Lakers team, and can they do the impossible as a 7th seed and win an NBA championship? To talk about the Lakers' chance to win an NBA championship, the first 2 you have to talk about is the guys at the top, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Now, while Anthony Davis every other game seems to be kind of out of it offensively, he has been locked in defensively no matter what. And out of the 10 playoff games he's played so far, I would say he's only had truly 3 bad offensive nights. That 16-point game that he had in the first round was one of the most dominant defensive performances I've seen. So I can't really count that as a bad offensive night or a bad night for him, because the game was over halfway through it. And right now in this Warriors team, he's just stringed together 2 really good games against them. And he's really only had 1 bad performance against this team, getting more consistent as the playoffs do go along. He's separating himself as obviously probably the best defender in the NBA, whether it's on the perimeter, protecting the paint, high up in the pick and roll, in a drop coverage. No matter what you ask of him, he's excelled in that level on the defensive end. And on the offensive end, his mid-range jumper seems to finally be back. He's not hesitating from contact, and he's getting down there, drawing fouls, and being a great lob threat, and overall punishing teams that just can't seem to handle his size. It's been absolutely amazing watching Anthony Davis work and seeing him get back into the conversation that you always should be in, and that is a top 5 conversation in the NBA, because he's truly playing like that with these 2 elite level 2-way play. And then you look at the LeBron James side of things, and some people may feel like he's been underwhelming offensively for these NBA playoffs. And while I say his shooting numbers are awful, but overall, he's been playing a standard powerful role and the best role to help this team win right now. He is basically playing as a point forward in a sense that he's the one, whenever he does have the ball in the post, he's looking to play make or score on smaller guards. He's rebounding the ball like crazy, protecting the rim, averaging 1.3 blocks, playing great defense, switching on the perimeter. Overall, he's playing the role that best fits him, since this team was playing really well with LeBron out of the lineup for the second half of the season. He didn't want to come in and take away all their mojo. And right now with multiple ball handlers, he doesn't need to always have the ball in his hands. It's best to give those guys in rhythm, because when you have multiple weapons down the stretch of a game that's already in rhythm, it makes it a lot easier for this team to win. And he's never really had this luxury of not having to be a scorer all the damn time on his teams for them to win. And right now he's playing great, being a great pick and roll guy, a great passer, rebounding the ball crazy, defending well on the perimeter and interior, punishing mismatches, getting out on the fast break, and overall just being what you expect from LeBron, just a little less offensive output. And be damn, bro, the man's in his 20th season, he's 38. Finally, he's able to take a backseat and not have to drop 28 to 30 a game for his team to have a chance. I love to see it. But obviously, you don't go anywhere without the role players on this roster giving you all these valuable minutes. From D'Angelo Russell, Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, Roy Hachimura, and recently Lonnie Walker, all guys that have been giving this team production game in and game out and been able to win them games. Austin Reeves has been playing great these playoffs, and while he does look a little bit gassed right now after chasing Steph and Clay all around screens, he had a really good game last night. Was the Lakers' 3rd best player, even with Lonnie having that great 4th quarter. He was able to really give this team some offense, hitting some clutch shots down the stretch. D'Angelo Russell, the game before, came out with a heater. He was the reason why Bron took such a back seat. He was handling the ball so well and hitting so many shots that LeBron didn't really be offensively that great that game, and D'Angelo Russell gave this Lakers team a 30-point game. Jared Vanderbilt playing great defense on Steph all series. Game 1 played really well and held Steph to a pretty underwhelming game for him. Dennis Schroeder coming in and picking up where Jared Vanderbilt left off defensively, and also giving this team some okay offense here and there. Rui Hachimura stepping up time and time again, having another 20-point performance this series. Overall, these role players doing what they can to help this team win. Lonnie Walker last night, oh my god, after eating up DMPs on the bench, I don't know why he didn't have Troy Brown's minutes, 6 games ago, but he's come in and he's been absolutely amazing and putting up a 15-point fourth quarter, scoring some of the shots he did to win the Lakers that game. is one of the reasons why this Laker team is so freaking deep and so scary for any other team. And while the Lakers have been shooting horribly from 3 these playoffs, with the only 2 guys shooting above 35%, and that being Rui Hachimura and Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker just getting minutes and just getting real game minutes the past 2 games since he's only been getting garbage time. They have been dominant on the defensive end, being the best defensive team behind Anthony Davis, and they've been dominant in the paint and getting to the free throw line. And again, for everybody complaining about the damn free throws, Warriors fans, when you have a team all regular season long that ranks one of the lowest teams in not only free throw attempts, but one of the highest in fouls per game, and then you get one of the teams in the NBA that's one of the highest in free throw differential and the most free throws per game and fouls the very least, and have a big Anthony Davis that rarely fouls and protects the rim, you're not going to get the same amount of free throws. The free throw disparity is what you expect. Even the Warriors, most of those games are saying they're not supposed to get in calls. They're fouling too much. So I don't know why people are so focused on this free throw issue. And right now, it begs the question, can this Laker team really win a championship? And I think the only team right now that can give this team really any kind of trouble is the Denver Nuggets. And that's because the Denver Nuggets have size, something that the Lakers do struggle with time and time again, especially with Nikola Jokic taking up a lot of Anthony Davis's defensive attention. He won't be able to help as much in the pick and roll and stuff of that matter. So that team can definitely give this team a lot of trouble. But again, I see them match up against Phoenix very, very well. DeAndre Ayton can't guard AD. And overall, defensively, the Lakers can do a very good job of containing the Suns superstars against any team in the Eastern Conference. I don't see really any of them giving the Lakers that much trouble, whether it's the 76ers, Boston Celtics, or Miami Heat. So this Laker team right now, in my mind, is probably right after this the championship favorites. But the question of whether the Lakers can win a championship is very much answered. And a lot of questions about certain players have been answered. Anthony Davis is basically killing all narratives and launching himself back into top 5 conversations. LeBron is killing the he's washed conversations after shooting so bad throughout these playoffs and showing you that he can do everything else still well. D'Angelo Russell killed those expectations on him that he's a playoff dropper and a bad playoff player, because he's been playing well these entire NBA playoffs, even though he's had a couple bad games here and there. But he's overall been pretty consistent and pretty good, even when he does have some bad shooting nights. Rui Hachimura has fully basically played himself into a nice contract. Lonnie Walker been playing great. Overall, Dennis Schroeder, somebody that people thought wouldn't be able to really help this Laker team anymore after his horrible stint with them 2 years ago, has come back and shown them that he does have what it takes to be able to help this team win a championship. And then guys like Jared Vanderbilt that were just throwing in trades have all been playing well. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Can this Laker team get it done? Can they win a championship? With that being said, this is FLB. That is my time, and I'm out.